In my past life, my identity was swapped by a palace nanny. I was forced to become a slave in the palace dungeons. I went through every kind of suffering imaginable. Meanwhile, she took my place as the real princess, living like royalty. Later, that princess got married off to the Marquis of the North, only to end up sacrificed by rebel forces. But I married the Southern Dynasty's hostage prince, and overnight, he seized the throne. He became the most powerful emperor in the land. When I woke up this time, that princess was in tears, desperate to take back what she thought was hers. This time around, she's dead set on becoming the empress of the Southern Dynasty. She thinks she's got everything under control, but she has no idea I came back too. It was almost time. The Phoenix Palace was lit up bright as day. The pampered Princess Jinhua dropped to her knees, sobbing uncontrollably, cursing her birth mother to her face. Turns out her real mom wasn't the empress at all. She was just a frail, raggedy old palace maid. This baby swap had been buried for 16 years. Until today, the truth finally came out. Back then, a fire broke out in the palace. The little princess's eyes were clouded by smoke. After a month of treatment and recovery, the maid's real daughter was quietly returned to the empress. But the real princess was secretly swapped out. She was handed off to a criminal slave in the dungeon. I sat there covering my right eye. Suddenly, it all made sense why my vision was always blurry. In my past life, I died never knowing I'd been a stand-in my whole life. Princess Jinhua was still crying, slamming her head to the floor, blood running down her forehead. Your subject knows she bears the crime of mixing royal bloodlines. But back then I was just a clueless child. There was nothing I could have done. Now that I know the truth, I've come to confess everything. I only pray, Your Majesty, that you can be reunited with your real daughter soon. I've enjoyed the princess life for over a decade. If the Empress doesn't despise me, Jinhua is willing to stay and serve in the Phoenix Palace, to repay Your Majesties for raising me. I got it. This was the brilliant long game she'd been playing. She came back too. The Emperor was furious. He ordered those bold servants dragged out and beaten. After confirming there were no accomplices, he had them all silenced with poison. With a secret like this, if I were still a dungeon slave, I probably wouldn't have survived either. But I'm not. I'm the real princess who got thrown into that dungeon. I spent 16 years as a slave. Tough luck, I survived. The Empress swept in, long phoenix robe trailing, and personally reached down to help me up. My poor child, you've suffered so much. Dungeon slaves were never allowed to look nobles in the eye. For 16 years, I'd always been on my knees. Then the Emperor's gaze landed on me too. I saw his golden 9-dragon crown. Pure authority, untouchable. Princess Jinhua was still begging to be stripped of her title. Convincing and heartfelt, not a trace of attachment to her wealth. The Emperor wasn't moved yet, but the Empress was already softening. The princess's brother, the Crown Prince, rushed in after hearing the news. He immediately pleaded for mercy. Father, Jinhua was still in swaddling clothes back then. How could she be blamed for this? The title of First Princess belongs to Jinhua. The whole palace knows her face. Suddenly replacing her with this slave who has zero royal manners, wouldn't that just be a laughingstock? Reverting to her real identity is absolutely out of the question. The servants' quarters are for lowly people. Jinhua grew up in luxury. How could she be sent to a dump like that? Besides, Jinhua marrying the Marquis of the North is a huge display of imperial grace. If you swap her out for this slave, where does the imperial family's dignity go? He called me filthy, called me lowly, a slave, servant, that's all that ever came out of his mouth. Not once realizing he was insulting his own blood sister. The Crown Prince was usually gentle and well-mannered, but around me, all I got was pure contempt from above. He never respected me, even though I was his real sister. In his eyes,